Hello, HTD family. Welcome back to Hope and Truth Daily, where we explore the wisdom of the Holy Bible and how it applies to our lives today. So before we begin, as usual, I want to make sure that you guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That like button, little thumbs up icon, it's right below the video. I know you can't miss it. No one's really hitting that anymore. I know when I watch YouTube videos, a lot of times, even if I like it a lot, I might forget to hit that button by the time I get to the end of the video. If you really think you're going to like it, go ahead and hit the like button now. That way you don't forget. Go ahead and hit the like button. And then at the end of the video, if for some reason you feel like you don't want it to be liked, go ahead and unlike it. But I really believe you're going to love the video. So hit that like button for me now. Share with your friends and family. Share it on your social media platforms that you use. You never know when someone out there is going to need this message. You may send this message out there on one of your social media platforms as a share, and somebody that you don't even know that needs help or is having a bad day sees this video, and then it changes everything for them. So I really encourage you to share this video on your social media platforms. And last, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps my channel grow. And also when you subscribe, you'll know when I post a new video. So that way you don't miss out on any of my videos. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this, okay? So let me get a drink real quick. Unsweetened tea, can't beat it. Well, maybe some coffee in the morning can beat it. But here we go. So today, I want to take you on a journey through probably what I consider one of the most well-known stories in the Bible, and that's the story of Noah's Ark. And of course, everybody's heard of Noah's Ark. I know they had movies about it. We had that one not too many years ago with, I think it was Russell Crowe played Noah. Pretty sure Russell Crowe was Noah. And then we've had, even before that, or maybe it was a little after that, it was Evan Almighty. It was like a sequel to Bruce Almighty that had Jim Carrey. Well, Evan Almighty had the dude from The Office. What is his name? Steve Carell, Steve Carell, something like that. Anyway, he was in Evan Almighty, and he played Noah basically in it. Anyway, so the story of Noah's Ark is obviously different than what you see in Hollywood and whatnot. I think the one that Russell Crowe played in was pretty much true to the story in the Bible. But anyway, Noah's Ark, it's a story of faith, obedience, and God's promise. And it carries a powerful lesson for all of us. So the topic for today is this, guys. Today's topic is obedience, faith, and God's promise. Obedience, faith, and God's promise. Okay, so back then, Noah lived in a time when wickedness had pretty much filled the earth. The people had turned away from God, living in corruption and sin. And the Bible tells us that every thought of man's heart was evil continually. Every thought of man's heart was evil continually. It was a world completely opposed to God's righteousness. But in the midst of all this darkness, there was one man who stood apart, and that was Noah. He was a righteous and blameless man who walked faithfully with God. And while the world around him had turned away, Noah remained obedient. And because of humanity's sin, God said he was going to bring judgment upon the earth in the form of a great flood. But in his mercy, he provided a way of salvation. He gave Noah a command. Basically, the command is build an ark. Build an ark. So, well, let's think about this. Imagine Noah, a man living in a dry land far from any ocean. God told him to build this massive wooden vessel, larger than anything the world had seen. Tells him to build this to prepare for a flood that had never happened before. Noah didn't have any proof of what was coming. He had basically never seen rain, let alone a flood, but he obeyed. He gathered the materials. He followed God's instructions exactly. He endured mockery and disbelief from pretty much everyone around him. But still, he remained faithful. He still remained faithful. And when the ark was finished, God commanded Noah to bring 2 of every kind of animal onto the ark, along with his family. And then something miraculous happened. The animals came to Noah. He didn't go out and, try to find a male and a female of every animal. He got 2 of every animal because they came to Noah. Now think about that. Lions, elephants, birds, every kind of creature, they moved toward the ark, just as God commanded. You have to say this was a clear sign that God was definitely in control, right? Then, when all were inside, God himself shut the door, and judgment had come. So for 40 days and 40 nights, the rain just poured. The waters rose higher, higher than the tallest mountains. Everything outside the ark perished. Everything. Everything. Nothing survived. But inside the ark, Noah and his family were safe. And of course, two of every creature. Everyone was safe inside. Nothing survived outside. God had made a promise and he kept it. God made a promise and he kept it. So then there were many months that go by, okay? So after all these months, the flood waters had receded. The ark came to rest on Mount Ararat, okay? So now that the ark has stopped and it's sitting on Mount Ararat, Noah decides to send out a dove. Remember, you know the story. The dove goes out, and finally it returns. It returned with an olive leaf or an olive branch. I believe it was an olive leaf, olive branch. And he knew that God had provided dry land once again. So now that Noah, I need to get a drink. Sorry, guys. So, God made a covenant with Noah, okay? He placed a rainbow in the sky as a sign of his promise. A promise that he would never again destroy the earth with a flood. Never again destroy the earth with a flood. So, what does this story mean for us today? Well, first, faith requires obedience. Faith requires obedience. Noah followed God's command even when it didn't make sense to him. And we too must trust God's plans, even when we don't fully understand what those plans are. Second, God's protection is real. God's protection is real. Noah and his family, they were safe in the ark because they walked with God. When we remain faithful, God provides and protects us from life's storms. And third, God's promises never fail. God's promises never fail. The rainbow reminds us that God keeps his word. If he's promised to be with us, we can trust him completely. Okay? If he says, I'm going to be there, he's going to be there. If you're facing a storm in life today, remember Noah's faithfulness. Hold on to the promise found in the book of Genesis. Okay? Genesis in chapter 9, verse 16, I'll pull that up for you. Genesis chapter 9, verse 16 says this: when the rainbow is in the cloud, then I will look at it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. I'll read that again. When the rainbow is in the cloud, then I will look at it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. That's Genesis 9:16. So no matter what you're going through, God is faithful. That's just the truth. No matter what you're going through, God is faithful. He sees you, he loves you, and he'll guide you to safety. He'll guide us all to safety. So today's affirmation is this, guys. Let's put that on the screen now. Today's affirmation is this: I trust God's plan and walk in faithful obedience. I trust God's plan and walk in faithful obedience. Say it with me one time, guys, okay? Say it with me. I trust God's plan and walk in faithful obedience. Amen. Amen. Type amen in the comments below, guys. Type amen in the comments below right now. Amen. All right, so that's going to bring us to the end, all right? So I just want to thank you guys for watching. So if this message encouraged you in any way, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You can hit it right now. Hit the like button right now. Hit the share button. Share this with all your friends and family on all your social media. Let everybody hear this message. Let everybody hear this affirmation. I trust God's plan and walk in faithful obedience. And don't forget to subscribe, okay? Subscribe to the channel. That'll definitely help the channel grow. The name of the channel is Hope and Truth Daily. I have a message for you guys every day. And if you subscribe, you won't miss a message. So share your thoughts in the comments below. Share your thoughts in the comments below, guys. How has God guided you through life's storms? Leave a comment and tell everyone. So until next time, guys, stay faithful, stay hopeful, and stay blessed. God bless you all.